Jordan.
And if you're looking for a new vehicle or maybe even a used vehicle for the college student in your life or maybe even for yourself, go right down the street to Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Perhaps you're in the military. Well, if you didn't know, Miller Toyota of Anaheim gives student and military discounts. Take advantage of it. Miller Toyota of Anaheim has all the variety and selection that you need at the corner of the 91 and Euclid. Or visit them on millertoyotaofanaheim.com if you don't have a car. That way you can get to them as quick as possible.
One walk.
Also, one of the best high school softball tournaments in the nation is coming up next week here on SportsNetUSA.net. The Michelle Carew Classic will feature 5 of the top 6 high school softball teams in the nation, and they'll be competing right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Quarterfinals set to start on Friday at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Championship set to take place Saturday the 8th at 7:30. All right here on SportsNetUSA.net.
And we are back.
Now, like I was saying before, Coach Neela said, winning conference championships, if you're lucky enough to, because there is a lot of luck in winning a conference championship. It's great, but if an Orange Empire team gets into the playoffs, they've got a strong chance at winning the state title every year, and that's a direct quote from Coach Nealis. 13 of the past 27 state champions have been from the OEC, so at least half the time, OEC is winning state. Cypress has 5, RCC has 4 after 3-peating from 2000 to 2003. Orange Coast has 3 after winning in 2009, and then back-to-backing in 2014 and 15. And Saddleback's got 1 from 2004. Well, next up is Nate Flores up to bat right after Cromwell, and he's already had a little bit of production from before, so you want to make sure that when next time you face him at the plate, that you're smart about your pitches. You can't throw him anything easy, anything to get him going. He was thrown out earlier in the 8th inning trying to steal, but he's gotten on base twice. He had 2 flyouts. Brian Leaf also giving production, but everyone else, Justin Milano.
There is a swing.
Now after this, they still have, the Dons still have a series to play against Saddleback, and then they take a short break from conference, play Long Beach, then they're right back at it against Irvine Valley, and then their biggest challenge will be when they face the number 1 ranked now Riverside City Tigers, who have somehow slid into first place, defeating OCC twice. But they lost to Santa Barbara 3-1. They lost to Irvine Valley 4-1. They picked up a W on March 9th in the midst of their Irvine Valley campaign, but then and they defeated them 12-4. And then Irvine Valley ended up bouncing back as Martinez throws a strike there. Irvine Valley ended up bouncing back and handed the Hornets another L, winning that game 6-2. And the Hornets now are on a 3-game losing streak, so they're looking to kind of get off the snide here and restart their winning ways from earlier in February. Now let's talk about RCC just a little bit. RCC has had a bit of a better season than Fullerton has, 16-6 overall, 4-1 in conference. Earlier in the season, they put together a 5-game winning streak. They literally had 2 bad days with losses to Mount San Antonio and Palomar, and then they bounced back with a 6-game win streak right after that. So to end that inning, there were 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, and 1 left on base with a score of 6-1. Tigers on top of the Hornets. You're watching Fullerton College baseball right here on SportsNetUSA.net. And don't forget that all games here on SportsNetUSA.net are brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. If you're looking for that new or used vehicle, look no further than Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Where are they located, Luke? On the corner of the 91 and Euclid, in case you didn't know. Or you can find them online if you got a computer and do the technology thing. MillerToyotaofAnaheim.com. Miller Toyota of Anaheim supports community college sports and, most of all, education. Once again, that's Miller Toyota of Anaheim. And don't forget that coming up here on SportsNetUSA.net, we have high school baseball at Deefy Field. The Anaheim Lions tournament will be here on SportsNetUSA.net on March 25th, starting at 10 a.m. and continuing throughout the rest of the afternoon. So it'll be what seems to be never-ending baseball that day. Once again, that starts at 10 a.m. next Saturday. And then the weekend after that, on April 1st, we have more Hornet baseball for you on SportsNetUSA.net. the Fullerton College Hornets will take on the hated rival, Santa Ana College, here on SportsNetUSA.net. That pitch goes wide left. Woodward steps back up, gets his bat ready. The Hornets have bases loaded right now. And that's going to be a strike. The count now, 2-2. There's one out. Count is 1-1. Jesse Hayes up at bat, facing off against Sergio Montano. 1-1 pitch on the way and gets nothing but air on that swing. The count now advances to 1-2. Sergio Montano has actually been providing some stability.
He's coming.
3-2 pitch on the way. It's a little low, and the ump calls it a ball. So that's a walk. And Jesse Hayes is going to go over to first, and now Fullerton's – is this a flashback? It looks like bases are loaded again. Once again, I'm Avery Jordan for SportsNetUSA.net, and I'm joined here by Coach Jason Smith. Coach, now I know you just came off a loss right now. You guys have a loss to Moore Park. Tell me, what's your guys' mental state right now at this point in the season?
We're very confident. We just got done with our non-conference schedule, so going into next week when we start conference, everybody's 0-0. So it's the second part of the season, and like I said, our confidence level still remains high. We're a good team. Nothing's wavered from that. We've got a couple of really good starts from our starting pitchers these last two games. So, we're feeling good going into next week for sure.
Welcome to another edition of the Coaches Show right here on SportsNetUSA.net. I'm Avery Jordan here with Luke Hobbs, and as you can see, we're here at the Hal Scherbeck statue right here, Hal Scherbeck Field. We're here to talk a little track today. And Luke, Fullerton, they had a heck of a week last week. They did come away with fourth at the OEC championship track meet at Riverside. And now they have to go into the SoCal Regionals this next weekend. All right, I'm here with Jordan Reese. Jordan, thanks for taking the time to join us here today. Last week, you guys came away with the fourth spot in the OEC. How are you guys feeling, or actually, how are you feeling going into the SoCal Regionals this weekend?
I'm feeling pretty good. I had PR'd in the last meet at finals. I ran a 12.54. So at the beginning of the season, my goal was to hit a 12.6, and I was able to manage to get a little bit below that. So I was pretty proud of myself.
What kind of work do you have to put in to getting to reaching a PR like that? And what does it feel like when you not only reach it but surpass it?
Well, the training is pretty intense. It's just maintaining, going into the weight room, being out here, just putting in the work, running and gaining my endurance, which will help a lot with getting a PR. And it just makes me feel really proud of where I've come and how far I've come to get here.
Now, coming into the season, you said you wanted to get a 12.6. What did that feel like when you crossed that finish line and you saw your time?
The 12.54?
Yeah.
I actually didn't expect it when I heard it over the intercom that I hit a 12.54. I couldn't believe it because I didn't feel I was going that fast. But when you have faster people going against you in a race, it kind of just pulls you to places you didn't think you were going to get to.
All right, you've got Jordan Hoy not returning. Does that put any kind of dampener on this team at all?
No, it doesn't. Although it is a big loss, we actually have a lot of players coming in. Our offensive coordinator, Coach Campbell, definitely has an idea of what we're going to do as far as offense, just running plays, throwing the ball, whatever we need to do. He has it.
All right, I'm here with Kane Wilson. Kane, thanks for taking the time to step aside today. So what's spring practice been like so far for you?
It's going well. It's a little fast-paced, Coach Campbell's really fast-paced offensive spread and all that, but it's going well. Getting good competition with the defense.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show right here on SportsNetUSA.net. I'm Avery Jordan, and this is Luke Hobbs. And this week, it's all about baseball. So we're going to send it out to the Diamond for a few baseball interviews. Now, do you guys think that you have the formula to kind of put Cypress away in this next game that you guys play them in?
I think we have the ability to put anybody in this conference away, but we just haven't been playing good baseball right now. Today we finally put it all together, our pitching, our hitting, and our defense, and we just kind of put a game together. And we should have been playing like this all season. But I mean, take what we can get at this point.
All right. The rest of their schedule, they still have one more game against Cyprus. It's not going to be here. It's going to be away at Cyprus. And then they finish up the season against Golden West. So there are some winnable games for the Hornets to go out at the end of the season with, but they just have to make sure they lock it in and, like we said before, bring the runs in.
Right.
Well, that will do it for us here on the Coaches Show. Once again, I'm Avery Jordan for Luke Hobbs and Ryan Osborne. We'll see you next time right here on SportsNetUSA.net.